Good morning. Before starting for today's class, let us first revise what we have done in the previous lectures. In previous lecture, we studied about two things. The first one was if there is no pure dominance existing between the rows and columns, we have to try with the average one. And that property says take the average of any two row or column and compare it with the remaining row. If the dominance exists, then if in row wise cancel out the minimum one, and in column wise cancel out the maximum one. This was the first thing. Second thing we have seen about the cost matrix. If in the game theory it is mentioned in the question that the matrix contains the cost to be incurred by the company or by anyone or player A, then we have to make that cost as your column part because it is a giving part. Or in simple terms, we have to just take the transpose of whatever is given. That means we have to change the rows into columns and then solve as per our regular procedure. So these two things we have seen in the previous lecture. Now today we will start with a new topic in the game theory itself, that is find the solution of the game by method of matrices, or it also means Oddmann's method. Oddmann's method we have already studied for previous problems wherein we try to minimize our matrix into 2 by 2. Whatever size of the matrix was given to us, by using dominance property we reduced it to by 2 by 2, and then we have applied Oddmann's method or matrices method. But is there any procedure? Till yesterday I was telling that we have seen Oddmann's method for 2 by 2 matrix only. So is there any method to solve by Oddmann if there is a 3 by 3 matrix? So yes, there is a method for that which we will see in this problem. So question is like this: solve the following game by method of matrices, Oddmann's method, and this question is given to you. Okay, first step. Again I will repeat. Let us say in this question, please understand this because some students had asked me doubt yesterday. Let us say the question would have been like this only: solve the following game. That's it. Solve the following game and nothing is written. That solve it by Oddmann's method or any other method, nothing is mentioned there. So the first step in any problem of game theory will be to check out the saddle point. If saddle point exists, then we can directly write the answer. If saddle point does not exist, then we have to write the statement as maximin is equal not equal to minimax. Saddle point does not exist, hence going for mixed strategy. And then you can follow any method. You can go by dominance, you can go by Oddmann, you can go by formula method. But the first step in any problem will be check out for the saddle point if nothing is given in the question. But here directly they have given solve the following game by method of matrices or Oddmann's method. So in this case, you don't need to find out saddle point. You directly start with the Oddmann method part. Okay, let us start with this problem. There are 3 rows and 3 columns, hence it is a 3 by 3 matrix. Now we will see the procedure how to solve a 3 by 3 game by method of Oddmann's. So here you have to make 2 columns and 2 different rows. In first column, as the heading says, it should be C1 minus C2. That means you have to subtract column 1 values with column 2. And similarly in second column, you have to subtract column 2 value with column 3. Similarly row wise, first row that will be R1 minus R2 and second will be R2 minus R3. So proceeding forward with this, yes, first you can see that if I take 7 minus 1, I get answer as 6, which I will place here. 1 minus 7, it will be minus 6. Please look at this step. Previously when we solve Oddmann method, I said that it will be bigger number minus smaller number, because there we were finding out oddments. In previous cases, we were finding out oddments directly. Oddments cannot be negative. But here I am not finding out oddments yet. I am just finding out the difference between columns values and difference between row values. So here we have to write whatever we get the answer, whether in positive, whether in negative. Then next row, 9 minus of minus 1. So I will get answer as 10. Minus 1 minus 1. So it will be minus 2. Then next 5 minus 7. I will get minus 2. 7 minus 6. I will get 1. So this all values I got when I subtracted C1 minus C2 and C2 minus C3. Again I repeat, I am not finding out oddments. I am just finding out the difference between column values and difference between row values. Hence, I will write my answer as it is with negative or positive sign, whatever I will get. Then same thing I have to apply with row values. So in row again R1 minus R2. So here again it will be 7 minus 9. So I will get minus 2. 1 or I will complete this 9 minus 5. It will be 4. You can do anyway. You can go row wise also. You can go column wise also. Whatever you feel, you can fill that. So 1 minus minus 1 I will get 2. 7 minus 1 I will get 6. Then R2 minus R3. So it will be 9 minus 5. It will be 4. Minus 1 minus 7. It will be minus 8. And 1 minus 6. It will be minus 5. So in this step or the first step by oddment methods, it is to take the difference between C1 and C2, C2 and C3, R1 and R2, and R2 and R3. This is the first step. Now, next step we will find out oddments. I said now I will find oddments. Here, so I have made a matrix of oddment. So as now I am finding out oddment, this answer cannot be negative. If it is negative also, then we have to take it as positive. So as now I am finding out oddment, the answer in this will always be positive. Now, how to find the oddment? How to find out oddment? It is just a simple determinant technique. Okay, in simple terms, let us say I want answer at this point. That is, I want oddment for A1. So what I will do, I will ignore this row. To find oddment of A1, I will ignore this A1. Now I will remain with only this 4 values, 10, minus 2, and 1. And just take the determinant of this. So it will be 10 multiplied by 1 minus of minus 2 multiplied by minus 2. Just as we find out determinant of any 2 by 2 matrix. 10 multiplied by 1, that is 10, minus of minus 2 into minus 2 is 4. So 10 minus 4, my answer will be 6. So I have written 6 here. Now similarly A2. If I want the value at A2, what I will do? I will ignore this A2 line. After ignoring this A2 line, I will remain with this value 6, minus 2 and 1. So just take the determinant. It will be 6 multiplied by 1, 6, minus of 6 into 2, 12. So it will be 6 minus 12. Answer will be minus 6, but I will write here positive 6. See, I made it in red because I was getting the value minus 6, but as it is oddment value, I will write it as positive. Now last part for A3. What to find out oddment for A3, what I will do? I will ignore this A3 part. So I will remain with this one, 6, minus 6, 10 and 2. So I will take the determinant of this, 6 into minus 2, that is minus 12. Minus 12 minus of 10 multiplied by minus 6 is minus 60. So it is minus 12 plus 60. So it will be 48. So this we have got all the oddments of strategy A or player A. Similarly, we will find out oddments for player B. Same concept. Let us say I want answer here at this part. That is strategy 1 or oddment for player B at this part. What I will do? I will ignore these two values, the first values, and take the determinant of the remaining one. So it will be 2 multiplied by minus 5. So it will be minus 10. Minus 10 minus of minus 48. So it will be 38. Then if I want answer at this point, the middle one, B2, oddment for B2, what I will do? I will ignore this column. So I will remain with minus 2, 6, 4 and minus 5. And then again I will solve the determinant. So it will be minus 2 into minus 5, that is 10, minus 6 into 4. So 10 minus 24, I will get answer as minus 14, but I will write 14. So again you can see I have marked it in red because the actual answer I was getting as minus 14, but as I am finding out oddment and oddment cannot be negative, I have written it as positive 14. And similarly on calculating the third part, I will get answer as 8. And now if you do the addition of total oddments, row wise and column wise, you should get answer as same. So if you add all the oddments, 48 plus 6 plus 6, you will get 60. Similarly, you will get 38 plus 14 plus 8 as 60. So this completes the oddment part or the second part of this problem. Now last part is writing out the answer. The first answer will be oddment is 6. Answer whatever we write in the 2 by 2 oddments method, same answer we will write in 3 by 3. What we do? Oddment divided by total number of oddments. Same concept will apply here also. So A1 I will write 6 divided by 60, that is oddment for that row divided by total number of oddments. Similarly A2 I will write 6 by 60, A3 I will write 48 by 60. Similarly for B1 38 by 60, 14 by 60 and 8 by 60. This completes the problem. Anyone has any doubt, please ask. So just for a revision, quick revision.
हर बार oddment 60 आएगा क्या?
No. It depends on the calculation part. But oddment row wise and column wise, the answer should be equal. The total oddments row wise and total oddments column wise should be equal. It can be any number depending on the calculation. Sir, what will be value of the game? I have not found out the value of the game here. So what is value of the game? How you calculate? I have not done in this part, but yes, in question we have to, in answer solution we have to give the answer of strategies also and value of the game also. So again it is simple, we have to go by the regular procedure. What we do, we take out any one column and multiply it by the oddments. So let us say if I want the value of game for this particular question, what I will do, it will be 7 multiplied by 6, that is 42. I am just taking out first column with the oddments. 7 multiplied by 6, 42. 9 multiplied by 6, 54. So it will be 7 6 are 42 plus 54 plus 5 multiplied by 48. So it will be plus 5 multiplied by 48. The total answer I will get as 336. And this all should be divided by total number of oddments, that is 60. So answer you will get value of the game as 5.6. This completes the solution. In any problem or solution of the game, we have to write the strategies as well as the value of the game. If you forget to write value of the game, you will unnecessarily lose 2 marks, 1 or 2 marks, depending on the examiner. So make it a point to write all the strategies answers and the value of the game as the answer in the final part. Okay, so let us go to the next problem of similar kind. Solve the following game by method of matrices. Again here it is mentioned that you have to solve it by oddment method. So as it is mentioned, we will directly go by oddment method. If it would not have been mentioned that solve it by oddment method to check out the saddle point. The first step in any problem of game theory will be to find out saddle point. If not, then only you can proceed further with the dominance or formula or oddment or any method you want. Okay, so Affan, be ready to explain this problem.
Yes, sir.
Okay, start explaining.
Yes. So for oddments method, for 3 by 3 column and row, we have to do is first we have to minus first column by second column,
Yes.
and then second column with third column.
Okay.
So after subtracting this, minus one, we get 2.
Yes. Very good.
Then minus one minus one, we get 0.
Yes.
Moving to this second row, minus one plus minus one, we get 0. So for third row, -3 and 3. For row R1 minus R2, the in first column we get 2. In second column we get 0. In third column we got -4. In R2 minus R3, in first column we got 0. In second column we got -3. In third column we got 4. Now for oddments, what we have to do is we have for first first row, or we have to just cancel that cancel that row, and then we have to take the remaining row and remaining column.
Yes.
So after this, we get 0 into 3 will be 0, minus 3 into -4 we will get -12. So the answer will be 12. For second row, 0 into 3 will be 6, minus 3 into 0 will be 0. So the answer will be 6. For third row, 2 into -4 will be -8, and 0 minus. Now 2 minus 4 will be -8, and minus 0 into 0 will be 0. So the oddment of row 3 will be 8, 12. Now covering the second column, 2 into 4 will be 8, minus 0 into -4 will be 0. So the answer is 8. Now covering the third row column, 2 into -3 will be 6, minus 0 into 0 will be 0. So the answer is 6, 26.
Okay, so after these calculations, we now need to write the answers. So answers, what we write, it will be, answer will be oddment divided by total number of oddments. So I will write here A1 is equal to 12 divided by 26, A2 as 6 divided by 26, A3 as 8 divided by 26. And similarly for B1, I will write 12 by 26, 8 by 26, and 6 by 26. And finally, if I want value of the game, what I will do, it will be 1 multiplied by 12, that is 12, minus 1 into 6, minus 6, minus 1 into 8, minus 8. So it will be 12 minus 6 minus 8 divided by 26. So answer I will get as minus 1 by 13. Here answer of value of the game will be minus 1 by 13, concluding that A will have a loss whatever strategy he will follow. So this completes the solution for this particular topic. With this, we have completed the topic on oddments method by 3x3 matrix. Now one more question which I just need to form a matrix, and then you can solve it further by regular procedure. This question, I have already again posted this on the WhatsApp group. This question was asked in previous year's paper, December 2019. A and B play the game in which each of them has 3 coins, 5 paise, 10 paise and 20 paise. Each player selects a coin without the knowledge of other's choice. Now after this part comes a condition. If the sum of coin is an odd amount, A wins B coins. Please listen to this. If the sum of the coins is odd, A wins B coins. B के पास जितने भी coin होंगे वो सब क्या होंगे, A के पास आ जाएंगे. And if the sum is even, B wins A coins. A के पास जितने भी coin होंगे वो B के पास चले जाएंगे. Find the best strategy for each player and the value of the game. So here the matrix is not given. We have to form the matrix based on the given statements. So we can see here there are 3 different strategies or 3 different points with each of them. So I will first make the matrix with 3 strategies like this. So we can make a matrix like this. Player A has 3 coins, 5 paise, 10 paise, 20 paise. Similarly, player B has 3 strategies, 5 paise, 10 paise and 20 paise. Now what value should come in the matrix? So let us start with this first part. In this first part, A also shows 5, B also shows 5. 5 plus 5 becomes 10. Now this 10 is an even number. This 10s become even number. So for even number, what is the condition? If sum is even, B wins A coins. अब A ने कितने कॉइन यूज किया था? 5 पैसे वाला कॉइन यूज किया था, वो किसके पास चले जाएगा? B के पास. Hence I will write here -5. Now let us say second part. Second part, A will start with 5 and B will show 10. So 5 plus 10 comes out to be 15. Addition comes out to be 15. And as per condition given in the question, if the sum comes out to be odd, what happens? A wins B coins. तो B कितने कॉइन दिखा रहा था? 10 पैसे वाला कॉइन दिखा रहा था. That will now go in by the player A. तो हमारा यहाँ पर आ जाएगा आंसर 10. Now proceeding further with this only, 5 plus 20. Again it is a odd number. So for odd number, A will win B coins. So B coins were 20. So I will write here 20. Now next, 10 and 5. If I want here, A is showing 10 paise, B is showing 5 paise. 10 and 5. 10 and 5 is an odd number. So if it is an odd number, A wins B coins. So B के coin कितने थे? 5 and A is winning that. So answer I will write as 5. जहां पर भी A लूज करेगा वहां पर माइनस आएगा, जहां पर भी A गेन करेगा वहां पर पॉजिटिव आएगा. दिस वी हैव ऑलरेडी सीन इन द बेसिक्स ऑफ गेम थ्योरी. नाउ नेक्स्ट पार्ट, 10 and 10. 10 and 10 becomes 20. Now 20 is an even number. So for even number, what is the condition? B wins A coins. B wins. B wins means A lose. Hence I will write minus in that. So it will be -10. And similarly proceeding forward with this calculations, I will get this as my final matrix. In tomorrow's class, we will first see the solution to this problem, and then we will start with the graphical method of solving game theory, and that will end our topic of game theory tomorrow.